you waiting for some day to arrive where you finally have all the time in the world to live your dream life? Someday when the sun rises from the west, someday when I'm done with this project, or someday when my kids are off to school or college. We keep postponing our life today to live it right on some future arbitrary date whose arrival we can never be sure of. But what if I said you can create your life consciously and start living that life every day starting today? Hello, and you're listening to Own Your Everyday series of the Being Miraculous podcast, and I'm your host and self-awareness coach Shweta Shivraman. Today, we will talk about why we must stop waiting for some day to show up to live our dream lives. I converse with a lot of people day in and day out. People curious about coaching, people asking me how I get so much done in a day, or people asking me where I find the motivation, people asking me how I dare to make so many changes in my life, and they all have a few things in common. One, they are unhappy but self-aware enough to feel its discomfort acutely. They might be feeling depressed or trapped and find no way out from their current life. Two, they never have the time to take action to make real change happen in their lives. It's always one thing or another. Work, birthdays, anniversaries, planned vacations. I'll come back and see what I can do about the situation. Someday I'll start applying for new jobs. Someday I'll start learning that skill which I'd like to monetize. Someday I'll work on myself. But the truth is, there never will be an empty calendar shining and calling out to you to say, now is the time to make the shifts and work on your personal goals. It just doesn't work like that. Instead, ask yourself, do I really not have the time? Or is this not a priority? If it's not a priority, it's completely okay. Find acceptance towards your current situation and flow with it peacefully. But don't keep resisting your reality without doing anything about it and continue being unhappy. That's not living. That's a tragedy. If you know something is a priority and something needs to change but still don't get around to it, it is a tragedy, right? So stop waiting for that someday to come and start working towards your dream life right now. One of the many reasons I started the Being Miraculous Tribe, our memberships for women, is to keep the work ongoing. You see, as women, we always innately prioritize everybody but ourselves. But intentional living does not happen from not prioritizing ourselves, and it's also not a one-time activity. We need to continuously work on ourselves to level up and keep growing. With a space exclusively focused on personal growth for women, our members don't wait for the right time to work on themselves. Rather, they are constantly working on deepening awareness, knowing what works and what doesn't work for them, and are ready when the right opportunity presents itself. The old saying, time and tide wait for none, cannot be more accurate. If you're sitting around and waiting for some day to make your life more balanced, fulfilling, and meaningful, you are deluding yourself. No one has control over what comes tomorrow. All we have is this present moment, and anything you need to do that is a priority needs to happen here and now. So how can you create your life consciously and intentionally? Do a life audit. Look at all aspects of your life today and see what's not working. What aspect is draining your energy and needs to be corrected? And do this reflection regularly. Instead of keeping yourself busy all the time, take out some time out of your schedule to simply reflect on all areas of your life and introspect what needs improvement. Weekly practice will be great, but to begin with, maybe start monthly. Reflect how the last 30 days have been across your work or career, your relationships, your personal growth, learning, finances, and rate them on a scale of 1 to 5. Once you have the ratings, review the areas that aren't high enough. Visualize the ideal case scenario in that aspect of your life. Say if you said your finances are 1, ask yourself how much money in your bank account will make it an ideal 5 for you. Then ask yourself, what is the next step you can take towards moving to the desired state to improve those aspects in your life and start taking action. So here's your Own Your Everyday tip for the week. Don't postpone living to a future date. If you're unhappy or in discomfort today, start taking action now and make shifts happen. Don't wait for some day to make your dreams come true. It literally is now or never. If you're curious to know more about how you can take control and create your future, I'm conducting a session in collaboration with the Wow Factors community on the 9th. That'll be a 60-minute live workshop where we will do this life audit together, step by step, and set you up with an action plan for the upcoming months. DM me at Being Miraculous on Instagram if you're interested, or reach out to Wow Factors, which is WOFACTORS, if you're interested in joining the workshop. Until we meet again, this is Shweta Shivraman signing off, hoping you have a fabulous week.